October. Competed in a pageant last year, and I won. Now, thank you. Now, let me say this, ladies. I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother. I'm also a guardian to my father and my adult sister. Now, about a year ago, my mom passed away, and I was taking care of her along with my grandmother as well. My grandmother's still here, but I had 4 adults that I was taking care of. So, I'll tell you more. I'm also a business owner, a philanthropist, a budding author, a speaker, a coach, a blogger, a global model, and again, my current title is Miss International World. That's it. So a little bit about my life, and as far as being a single mom, my kid's father was murdered when my daughters were 2 and 4 years old. My oldest daughter was the one that saw her father get murdered. That was it was a traumatic time, and I didn't realize that it was trauma until recently, because I'm in the process of publishing my book for the summer. And one thing I can say that we all experience things in our lives. We want to make sure that we focus on giving ourselves help, because we carry that on years and years and years and years. Then we act a certain way, and we're wondering, why are we so upset? Why are we angry? Why this? Why that? Because we dealt with some things that we haven't actually, got help with. So I can say that, as a single mom, I wanted to make sure with my daughters that I could be the best parent that I could be for them. And although their father was gone, he wasn't a good person. I went through an abusive relationship as well. So it was actually like kind of the way things worked out. It worked out because it had to work out the way it did. So me being a single mom, I actually appreciated that more than having someone who would go against me and what my rules were for my daughters. So it made my life a little bit easier. Even though it was a struggle, it was still a little bit easier because they only had the parent to listen to one parent and not hearing another parent say, yes, you can, and I'm saying no, and they're going against you. But I can say that both my daughters are doing well for themselves. I'm a grandmother of 3. My oldest daughter, who witnessed her father getting murdered, she lives here in Michigan, and I see my grandkids often, so I'm glad to have the relationship that I have with, both my daughters. My youngest one lives in Florida, and she graduated from college from Western Michigan in Kalamazoo, and she left.
Okay. I'm CMU alumni.
Okay. I see why you're saying that. Okay. But I'm very happy and excited, just proud of both my daughters. Like I said, as a single mom, I didn't look for anyone to do anything for me. I did exactly what I needed to do for my kids. I didn't expect anyone to do anything for me. It was what I needed to do. I did this, right? I brought them into the world. My job was to be the best parent possible. And that was my focus. True focus. I mean, I wasn't messing around. People were looking at me like, you're not doing this, you're not, I'm not partying. No, I'm working 3 jobs. I'm grinding, I'm hustling. My goal was to purchase a house at 30. I did that. And, so just the things that I was doing in my life they were my motivation, because I wanted them to look at me as that example. For me to be able to say, or for them to say, Mom, we saw what you did, and wow. And they're saying that to this day now. But let me say this, we have to be consistent. We have to be consistent, because the minute that we're not consistent, the kids are going to do whatever they think they want to do because they can. They're not going to take you serious because you're not consistent with them. So I can say that even though we're going through hard times with our babies, it gets easier to stay consistent. Decided to go out on a leap of faith and be an entrepreneur. So it's been awesome, ladies. It's been awesome. I like the fact that I don't have to worry about anyone telling me what to do. I create my own schedule, and it's a beautiful thing. Now, you gotta kind of have everything, even if you don't have everything down to a science, it's just, you gotta go out on a leap of faith, right? Trust your heart, trust the process. So I am the CEO and founder of Upright Property Management, which is my company. So I'm a consultant, a developer, an investor, a landlord, and I'm also an Airbnb host. Be impactful, the goal is to be impactful and be inspiring to as many as possible. So when my mom passed away was when I realized that I needed to focus on me. I'm taking care of everybody else. I forgot about me. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like an Energizer robot. That's exactly how I was moving, like an Energizer robot. So it took from my mom passing away for me to wake up. Like, I didn't know what I didn't know. And so, things happen for a reason in our lives. And I can say that, my mom, even though physically she's not here, spiritually she still is. And I'm glad to be able to be here to talk about her story and my story as well, because she's the reason why I'm spiritually have been healing myself, and so I'm glad to say I'm in a better position in my life now. I've met some amazing people, amazing, and it's been, I'm very, very grateful, very grateful. So just want to say, don't forget about you, right? Don't forget about you, because it's so important. It's so important. Everyone relies on us. So we have to make sure that we give ourselves that self-care. Don't forget about yourself. Very important not to forget about you. So one of the things is exercise. Sitting still, writing, and eating healthy is what I do on a daily basis. Now, I'm not going to say it's easy, because it's hard work when you already have so many other things that you're doing. But if you could put yourself in a daily routine of making sure that you do the things, this is what I'm doing. I'm sharing what I do. So whatever works for you, you can do what works best for you. But it has been so helpful for me. And it's about 1.5 years now that I've been doing this consistently. So I'm going to share this, and then that way you all will be able to see some of the things. I don't know if anyone's interested in yoga, but let me say this. Years ago, I tried it, and I was intimidated by the women that they were so flexible. I'm like, I'm not flexible. Go! Let's go! Woo! Go! Woo! Go! Woo! Go! Woo! And then just being in nature, look at what God has for us. Look at all of this. Yes. I mean, we have everything to look at, and everything is free, right? I mean, the birds, hearing the sounds, the trees, the wind. It's very calming, very soothing. So walking in nature, taking a walk, just to debrief. As I mentioned, I do teach classes. If you're ever interested in learning how to fix and flip, I started my classes a few months back. Right now, just for today, if anyone's interested in, booking with me, it's $199. The class that I have the regular class is $997, but for a consultation is $199 if you want to book with me today. Other than that, that's all the information I have that I just wanted to share a little bit about some of the things that I do, my journey, and my self-care, and hopefully this was motivating and inspiring for you all, because like I said, we all have stories, and it's so nice to hear other people's stories, because it does. It helps us all in so many ways. So thank you all for having me. Thank you. Everything that I wanted them to think about me and say about me, they're doing that. So I'm very happy about that. I can say that it's been a journey.